Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's still Airfix 132 scale toy soldiers, but I actually got some of the newer boxes. These are not the latest ones, but so it's not going to be about the older boxes this time because I got really curious. I've seen people on some Facebook groups talking about the later issue boxes, the white ones, I guess they are, that they had some problems with the figures not being that well made, uh, poor cost. So I got a hold of some of these, and I guess Hornby bought Airfix in 2006, and these should be boxes from 2013 as far as I could find on the internet. So I found four. Unfortunately, whoever sent them to me sent them just in a padded envelope, so some of the boxes got kind of busted, but I'm not going to collect these boxes anyway. So they're still not opened, so it's going to be interesting to open them now and see how they look. But first I wanted to look at some of the artwork on the boxes compared to the old ones, because I mean it's the same and it's not. They added a different background that wasn't even in the later. The Target box, they took away all the backgrounds almost altogether. On the brown box, they had different backgrounds. I know the Africa Corps and the 8th Army had like a really nice blue sky there. And here they added some thunderstorms coming in. But as far as the soldiers goes, it looks about the same. I really like this one, that it's actually one of the figures painted on the box, photographed. It looks really nice. Yeah, and then you have the British 8th Army. Same thing, pretty much the same. As far as I can see, the angle on the head of the officer is a tiny bit different on the Redbox compared to the old one. I think it's going to be very hard to see on film, but just tiny bit off. But otherwise the same thing. German infantry, there was of course two different artworks on the earlier one. The brown box had one type of artwork, and then the Target box had another. This one on the newer set is copied from the 1973 till 1978 boxes. This one here is a 1978 box with the straight lettering on it. And then, of course, the paratroopers, which is also the same, but they added, instead of explosions and stuff, they added just the airport. But they're all actually. I'm really. I like these boxes. They're cool, man. I think they look good. I think like I said, the little photograph of the painted soldier is a really good little reference. On the back, you have all the poses and some more painting instructions and actually numbers for Humbrol paints. I think it's nice. It makes if you're new at painting and getting into the hobby, it's a nice little addition. Also says here Hornby, and it's made in India, and I think that was the later ones as well, and the white boxes were from India and had the problem. I don't know which ones to open first. I always liked the Africa Corps, so I'm gonna try to open this one and see how they look. Oh, okay, they're in a bag as well. That's kind of nice. Ooh, yeah, they are a much harder plastic. Jesus, you can kind of hear. Yeah. I guess this is the problem with harder plastic, that if it is at any point in shipping or like that, yeah. But as long as you're careful with it, at least you can just heat it over with some steam or something, and you can probably fix it. I'm going to do just a quick comparison with a couple of figures from the old ones and the new ones. But I would say the details are pretty okay, right? Yeah, you got the little ammo cans boxes with as well. Africa Corps, let's see, 8th Army. okay, they're brown. Please note, if painting, to achieve best results, first wash the figures in mild detergent and dry thoroughly. Hornby. Thanks, guys. Yeah, hard plastic. No ruined bayonets or tips. See if I can get it to focus better. It's working so-so, huh? But yeah, these are, I guess they're okay. It's the easiest way to always to compare. Got a little bit of a bent tip again, but you got that on the soft plastic as well, and those were really hard to actually get back into shape. Here's a rifle that's kind of bent up as well. As far as mold lines, yeah, there's some pretty decent mold lines on here, but I really think that it's easier to clean up when it's hard plastic instead of the soft plastic. And you need to actually base coat this to see the difference better as far as details go. Oh, come on. I'm not certified. Wow. These are blue, man. This is going to be really hard to tell details on these things. Yeah, I don't know about this plastic, man. Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna be careful with that pistol. That barrel is really bent, but yeah, as far as I can tell, I mean, the details look fine. Less mold lines on this one. I know from collecting Legos that, oops, another bent tip. But then again, you know, that whoever sent these to me sent them in a padded envelope, not a box, so no surprise that they're a little bit chewed up. Yeah, from collecting Legos, and something else I've been doing. I know the different colors affect the plastic. Yeah, this is probably shipping error, you know, damage. I don't think this, because they look just broken. That's a shame. It affects the plastic in different ways. And so maybe that's why some of the figures have bigger mold lines than others. Like the brown seems to give bigger mold lines, but the blue looks a lot less, as far as you can tell. They're so dark in color, it's really hard to tell. Yeah, there's a bit more on the... So this color is kind of funky, but I mean, as soon as you do like a base coat, it's fine. But this brown is good. It looks like the Matchbox brown, right? This real olive drab, almost like a Ranger green or something. It's kind of nice. I like this. These would look good to play with, and these as well. I don't know who would want to play with these, but I guess these were made in 2013, and nowadays kids don't play with these. So I guess these are more for collectors and people painting and building and stuff. So I guess it doesn't matter with a funky blue color. But yeah, I think they're pretty good actually, though. Like I said, the hard plastic is not bad as far as cleaning them up from mold lines and stuff. So it's pretty good, I think. Right? Yeah. Anyways, I'll do like a real quick close-up on a few of the new ones compared to the old ones. So I was going through the boxes looking for figures to do a comparison with, and for the paratroopers I wanted to do of course the officer. I did that for all those sets, compare the old and the new officer to each other. But in the paratrooper set there was no officer, so I went through the different sets, took the German infantry, and on the box it says contains 14 unpainted figures. Quantities of each pose may vary. Okay, so there's 3 kneeling riflemen, there's 2 standing riflemen, so on. There's 1 officer and then the machine gun team. So I guess if the quantity varies, you could get 3 4 kneeling riflemen, and then maybe just 1 submachine gunner or something, because that's a quantity that varies. But since the paratroopers are a later set from Airfix that contained more poses instead of the German that had 8 and some other that had 7, and they actually here put all different poses. So if the quantity varies, you get 2 of one, then there's going to be 0 of another. And I don't know, maybe 0 is a quantity, but I figured that's not a quantity I want to pay for. Because 0 quantity should be 0 money, right? So that's kind of lame. I guess maybe it's because of quality control or something. When they're packing them in India or something, they can't guarantee that whoever's putting them in the plastic bag get the right amount or something. But then it should say, not varies, it should say some of the poses may not be in this box. And then it's like buying Pokemon cards. And if you bought this set because, you know, that figure I want to use for something, and it's not even in there, I think that's really, that's not okay by any stretch. So I got 2 standing riflemen, I got 3 machine gunners, I got 2 guys throwing grenades, and then 2 kneeling submachine gunners. I mean, if I'd been a kid and I got 3 machine gunners, I'd probably be real happy, right? But then again, there was only 1 bipod. So not sure about that. Yeah, this is just not okay, I don't think. I didn't buy these, you know, to collect them or nothing. I just bought them because it's fun. But I would have wanted to paint the officer to do a comparison later on, how they paint up and everything. So yeah, a little bit disappointed. Yeah, so first the sad German paratroopers then. I think they're fine. It's hard to tell because the harder plastic is a little bit shinier and the blue is so dark, but I think the details are fine. Maybe little things like on the hand of the... No, it's fine. But the dark plastic is so weird though, the dark blue, because it's so hard to see imperfections and mold lines. So you would almost have to clean this, base coat them, and then do all the adjustments you need to do, and then base coat them again. So the lighter colors on the other sets I think is a lot better. So I think these are fine. Yeah, the German infantry, same as the paratroopers, the dark blue plastic, and the pistol on the officers kind of... These are, yeah, they're more fragile when they're in the harder plastic. But like I said many times before, I think they're going to be easier to clean up, but this is going to make it kind of difficult with the color. But I think that the details are fine on these, the new ones. I think they compare well to the old ones. The German Africa Corps, I like this color. It's nice. It's like a light Ranger green or something. You see the details really well, and I mean they look similar. I don't see much difference in details. Thing would be, you know, with a rifle tip that is bent or something, the harder plastic I think is going to be easier to actually put it back into shape and make it stay that way. You know, with the plastic ones, if you have one that's bent, it's always a big problem. And the soft ones are just so hard to clean the mold lights on. But yeah, these are pretty good. Yeah, and so the British 8th Army, same here. Looks good, details are similar. I think the mold lines on this color shows up the most on the new type. I'm not sure if there's actually more mold lines than on the others, but it just you can see them easier. But otherwise they look really good. Yeah, one of my favorite officers. So it should be fine. But there's some disappointments. There's some good stuff in this set. I like the boxes. I think they were really cool. But if the content on the box doesn't match the content in the box, it's no use. The hard plastic has its advantages and its disadvantages. Color choices for the plastic, I don't know. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I bought them, so I got to check them out. I'll buy some more of the new ones, and I'll buy some more of the white boxes that came later that I heard had more problems with imperfections from manufacturing. That's it. See you guys next time. Cheers.